and thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Kisha Burton, a 2013 graduate of Lindsey Wilson College and the current coordinator for the Bonner Scholars Program. In a year where everything has been flipped on its head, I've developed a personal philosophy on leadership that ties in adaptability, ingenuity, and community care. Today, I've invited two current Bonner Scholars to explore the topic of gravitational leadership with me.
My name is Emily Rice. I am a senior here at Lindsey. I am a biology and psychophysiology major, and I will be going to the University of Kentucky's Pharmacy School in the fall.
Hello, my name is Emma Peterson. I am a sophomore double majoring in political science and sustainability and environmental studies, and then minoring in women and gender studies.
Gravitational leadership is a term that I heard a few years ago and has stuck with me ever since, as a way that we all have responsibility to care for one another.
When I think of gravitational leadership, I'm imagining a magnet almost, and there's just someone in the middle who's leading and it's pulling everybody in. And whether that's through how they're leading, what they are leading, or how they're acting, it's just the act of pulling people in towards you, whether that's to follow you, support you, or lift you up.
What I started thinking about was what makes people want to be around you as a person before being the leader, because I think that's the big differentiation between a true leader and just somebody who's put in a leadership position, is if people actually want to be around you and your leadership and your personality. And so gravitational leadership kind of, to me, just means existing as a person who creates a space that people want to be in and who creates a sense of purpose and safety and allows people to exist safely in this space and to come and collaborate. And I think that that's a way that leadership becomes more about you as a person and the connection you have with the people around you than actually getting from point A to point B.
When we intentionally see the people in our spheres of influence, we become awake to the ways we can help one another. Leadership isn't about authority or hierarchy. It's about vulnerability. Leadership is really about how we see the personal struggles that we're going through and that we make those active steps to work on them. And the byproduct of us working on ourselves means that we're actually helping those around us become better people.
So as a way of keeping myself accountable, especially when it comes to journaling, that was something that I know really helped me, but I was not good at prioritizing it for myself. I started an Instagram page and a mindfulness group chat where I, every day for the 5 days of the week, I post a different journaling prompt, and then at the end of the day we use this group chat and we post 5 things that we were grateful for that week. And having the accountability of I am giving this to other people made it that I had to prioritize it for myself. And so through running this Instagram page and the group, it helped me to be more grateful throughout the day and also be consistent with putting myself in my journaling first.
So within my friend group, I have encouraged the heart when it comes to health and wellness through celebrating the little goals and what I like to call non-scale victories, because I think a big stigmatism with health is that you just have to be a certain weight or losing weight, and that's not what being healthy is about. Being healthy is also not just about what you eat and your exercise routine. There's a huge aspect that a lot of people forget, and that's mental health. So to encourage the heart, whenever I see my friends journaling or reflecting on their day or what's going on in their life, then we celebrate those things because those are huge accomplishments. It's all about you and your goals and what you set for yourself, and as long as you're improving, just know to celebrate that.
I like to think of gravitational leadership like this. If you imagine our solar system, we have the sun at the center, and all of the planets are orbiting around it. In this scenario, when we're talking about leadership, it's us at the center and the people that orbit around us. It's our friends, our family, people we're on sports teams with, or in programs with, or classes. They're the people that we're naturally going to interact with. When you think about gravity, gravity is something that draws you in. And all of us have these bits and pieces of ourselves that allow us to draw these people that are already naturally in our orbit, these people we're already crossing paths with. We have a way of drawing them in. And so whenever we think about the ways that we can be vulnerable and the things that we're going through, or the ways that we can be open and honest with the hard times that we're dealing with, or the ways that we're succeeding, then that's how we're able to show other people and care for other people in the journeys that they're walking through as well.
You challenging yourself is going to challenge what other people think you should be doing or being or existing as. And so in a roundabout way, you working on yourself is automatically going to challenge and make everyone around you a little bit uncomfortable too.
Approaching leadership as a humble opportunity where you're a person learning through your experiences and making mistakes while being able to partner with other people on their journey as well is the first step that we take in being able to care for our entire community. You see, we have to realize that we all have influence. We also have to realize we all have a responsibility and that together we can all lead.
Gravitational leadership plays a role in how we have collective care for each other as a society by building that foundation of care. So if you have one leader, let's say it's me, who is leading by example, who is being their best self, being healthy, and then one of my friends sees me doing that, they come in and join me, that's one more person. And when they go home, they could also, if they're leading that healthy lifestyle, they can influence their mom or their dad or their sister or anyone else. So it's like a ripple effect that starts with that one leader. So if we continue to perform or engage in this gravitational leadership, then it's only going to take a few of us to make that first step to where we can eventually ripple out and help a lot of others and improve the lifestyle and well-being of a lot of people.
So I think as a society, it's really easy for us to focus on the end result and to focus on, okay, you start with this problem that needs to be solved and you solve it, good job, that's end of it. But part of like this idea of gravitational leadership and caring for the people around you and creating this community and this bubble of like-minded and strong-willed individuals working towards certain goals, I think that it's easy to then, after you get from point A to point B, then there's always going to logically be a point C because everybody is so passionate and open about what they're challenged with, right? You're always going to be challenged with something, so there's always going to be another point for you to be moving forward. And so I think that that's maybe the big difference between the conventional idea of leadership, as in like taking charge and getting us from point A to point B, this idea of building a community of people who are trying to evolve and grow and change. Leading that is going to constantly have another, hill to climb, another point to get to, another challenge to overcome. And so I think that that's what's really cool about, this leading people instead of leading just items that like get you from point A to B. Like they're actual human beings with challenges, so there's always going to be something more that you can go to.
My dream is that you can walk away from this conversation knowing that people are naturally drawn to you. You have a gravitational pull that brings people into your orbit. Now go out there, find those people, and lead them.